This is the Roller Coaster Podcast, and I'm your host, Lucy Q. Life is a wild ride. It has twists and turns. It's scary, exciting, and downright fun. So throw your head back, arms in the air, and come along with me for the ride.
Life is like a roller coaster, baby. I wanna ride.
I can't believe that this is the last episode of the year. And coming up, I'll be sharing my thoughts on resolutions and discovering purpose. But first, let's hear from our sponsor.
Ride.
Do you hear that whisper? That little voice that tugs at your heart, telling you to start living your best life. If that sounds like you, then now is the time to join Untitled Growth. It's the only place online where you can connect with and learn from great coaches with different areas of expertise. Why live another day not believing that you're enough, not seeing all that is possible for you? Why live another day dimming your own light? Nectar is the perfect place for you to discover the real you and uncover who you're meant to be. Life is a journey that we are not meant to walk alone. Nectar gives you a nurturing and supportive community to walk with you on your journey. Start living your best life and see what is truly possible. Come join us at nectargrowth.com. You know you're worth it.
Ride.
I want to start this episode by sharing the story of the Golden Buddha. Many, many years ago in Thailand, there was a temple called the Temple of the Golden Buddha. And not surprisingly, there was a large golden Buddha. The village where the temple was located heard that there was an invading army from a neighboring country heading their way. The monks were so worried that their precious Buddha would be stolen that they came up with an idea to cover the Buddha with mud and concrete so that it looked just like a stone statue. Their goal was to fool the army into thinking that it had no value. It worked because when the army came, they only saw the stone Buddha. They didn't think much of it, and the Buddha wasn't plundered. The occupation lasted for so long that eventually no one in the monastery or the surrounding village remembered that it was in fact a golden Buddha. Until one day, a monk was meditating in front of the Buddha, and a piece of the stone fell off and revealed the gold that was hidden beneath. The monk ran to tell the other monks the exciting news. They all surrounded the Buddha and worked away with picks and hammers to reveal the truth that had been hidden for all of those years. What's the purpose of the story? Each of us is a golden Buddha. And over time, what makes us special? Our brilliance, our shiny golden gift, which is our purpose, it gets buried beneath layers and layers of our own shit. And most of the shit comes from our inner world and is of our own doing. What am I talking about? Those limiting beliefs that stop us from following our dreams and living our full potential. The rest of the layers comes from our outer world. Our parents, society, school, work, the media, religious organizations, the government. You know, that dreaded checklist that we talk about all the time. For most people, the weight of all the layers drags them down. Life is lived on repeat while they're carrying an emptiness. There's a feeling, knowing that you're missing something, but unsure what. For others, myself included, the layers pull you down to rock bottom, or what I called scraping the bottom of shit barrel. A lot of these layers begin at an early age, and we grow up believing that we are the stone Buddha. Then something comes along and cracks the stone shell. And at that moment, you get to see the truth that is hidden beneath. And once this happens, you no longer accept the stone version of yourself. and you set out on a new journey. You use picks and hammers to chip away at the stone to reveal your truth, your authentic self, and your purpose. I can relate to this story because 4 years ago, I was at rock bottom. I had built up a thick layer of stone around me, and I no longer had any idea who I was. I had no self-worth, and I lacked any sense of purpose. One of the benefits of falling that far down is that inevitably your stone shell will crack, just like mine did. And it was in those dark moments that I realized that I had two choices. I could look down and drown, ignoring that glimmer that was just begging to be seen. Or I could look up at all the possibilities, chipping away at the stone to reveal the gold that has been hidden for all those years. I chose the latter and began my journey of self-discovery and growth. It took me years to build those stone layers, and pulling away the pieces is the journey, one that takes time, patience, and compassion. Often we want to fast forward through the challenging parts of the journey, but it's those challenges that help chip away at the stone to see who we really are. Chances are, if you're listening to this podcast, something has caused your stone layer to crack. You may only feel like something shiny is wanting to be seen. And, of course, at this time of year, it's not uncommon to reflect, whether it's on the past year or the past several years. There's this heavy emphasis on the new year and setting resolutions. And you probably know that most resolutions are abandoned in the first few days. Now, me personally, I don't like New Year's resolutions because somehow it implies that there's only one point in time that we can decide to create change in our life, that there's only one time to begin a journey and to reveal that golden Buddha that's hidden beneath. The truth is that every day that you open your eyes, you have a choice. Every hour, every minute, every second, they all come with a choice. You get to choose if you will allow the stone facade to remain or begin a new journey to reveal your golden Buddha. For 2022, I have one hope for you. I hope that you decide to begin your journey. Don't set a resolution. Don't set a resolution. Set an intention to discover all the possibilities that life has to offer. Commit to taking daily steps towards revealing your golden Buddha. They don't have to be massive declarations. You can start with just teeny tiny baby steps. Start by buying a journal and just writing one sentence a day. Listen to a short meditation on YouTube. Listen to the lessons of people like Les Brown, Lisa Nichols, Wayne Dyer, Gabrielle Bernstein, or Brene Brown. Go back over past episodes of The Roller Coaster and look for stories that you can relate to. It's important to accept that it will be a journey. Some parts will be amazing and other parts will completely suck. But I am confident that each part will teach you something. You will grow and you will discover amazing things about yourself. You are not meant to take this journey alone. Chances are you're surrounded by people that are exactly where you are, stuck. They aren't going to be able to help support you, and in some cases, they may resent your new outlook on life. Don't blame them. Understand that your courage to seek something better may be the catalyst to their stone shell cracking, and now they're faced with a decision to either remain the same or choose a different path. Look for a community that is dedicated to helping you on your journey. I invite you to join Nectar Growth, which is an online community of coaches that share their wealth of knowledge to help you learn and grow. And there's also people just like you and me, people seeking to become the best versions of themselves. You can find us at nectargrowth.com. nectargrowth.com. If I were to go back to the person that I was over 4 years ago, that person that was so defeated that all they wanted to do was tap out, if I was to tell her that in less than 5 years she would have an inspiring podcast, be building an online community uniting coaches and seekers, and launching a lifestyle brand, all while working full-time and having thriving relationships with her husband and kids, making new friends around the world, I wonder, would she even believe me? I guess she did, because here I am. I did take the leap of faith. I did find the courage to reveal my golden Buddha. And my hope for you is that you decide to start your journey, and that I'll get to meet you and hear your story. I can't wait for you to join us at Nectar. You're worth it, and you're not alone. My hope is that my story inspires you to be courageous and take a leap of faith and begin your journey. However you celebrate this holiday season, may it be filled with abundance and a new sense of possibility. The roller coaster will be back on January 3rd with Brooke Robinson, and she's going to be chatting about prioritizing your health. Jonathan McLernan talks about brain-driven weight loss. And then we have an inspiring story by Daryl Williams, and he shares how he went from Compton to the White House. We wrap up with Bob Berg and his book, Go Giver. As always, thank you for listening and supporting me. And until next time, I'm sending you my virtually distant hugs.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Roller Coaster Podcast. Want to chat or share your ideas about today's show? Pop me an email at hello@therollercoasterpodcast.com. Don't forget to connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at The Roller Coaster Podcast. Our theme song, Roller Coaster, was performed by The Lucky Setback. Audio editing by the one and only Jeff Quigley of Quigley Creative.
Life is like a roller coaster, baby, baby. I wanna ride, 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 ride. Life is like